Wally Grummun. You remember going to a workshop at the Smokey Mountain National Park?
All too well, my friend Bill.
And it was a workshop that I was leading, and we worked with Ken Voorhees, right?
That's correct.
And what I do is I do song and dance for kids, and I explain to my workshop members, this is how I do it. I give some techniques, and then I break everybody into groups, and then each group creates their own song and dance to be appropriate for the kids. That would also be scientific and educational. And Wally and his group of 3 other people. What are the other names?
Andy Bennett, and he's mentioned in the song. He and I were the prominent lyricists. And Rod Pendle, who wrote a verse that we discarded, but never mind. And a woman that we can't remember, and that's strange for me not to remember a woman. But we all had parts in it, and Bill played some background music to it. We got it on tape for the 20th anniversary of the Earth Day, which we recorded at the Smoky Mountains, and a lot of people heard it. Several friends of mine said, you know, I was in Montana and somebody was singing that song, or I was in Texas and someone was singing that song. So Billy was kind enough to say, you know, you ought to get some credit for this, and this is what the attempt is here, is for me to do the song and you to recognize who actually was involved in the original writing, and then it'll be a song that'll go into the what do you call it, the archives of the general population, and that's a true story.
Yeah, and this has been recorded by a number of folks, but some people say it's traditional. The name, it's Wally Grummun and the other 3 participants of that little group. I remember I ducked in for a second, heard what you guys doing, and I thought, they're fine, they've really got this together. It's called the Scat Rap, and really there's a number of versions on YouTube. But it was written by this guy and his other participants.
Well, here's how it goes. I'm going to get my true rapper form here. And we'll see how we make out. My name is Wally G. Here's Andy B. Talking about scatology. We are here to educate you about the stuff you call doo-doo. It starts with an S, ends with a T. Comes out of you, comes out of me. I know what you're thinking. It could be called that. Be scientific and call it scat. Scat, 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 scat. You go walking in the woods, your nose goes ooh. You know some critters scats near you. They may sing gross, but that's okay. They don't have toilets to flush it away. Flush it away, flush it away, flush it away. It starts with an S, ends with a T. Comes out of you, comes out of me. I know what you're thinking. Could be called that. Be scientific and call it scat. Scat, 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 scat. If you want to find out what animals eat, take a good long look at what they excrete. Stuck in the scat are all the clues. Parts of the food their bodies can't use. It starts with an S, ends with a T. Comes out of you and it comes out of me. I know what you're thinking. Could be called that. Be scientific and call it scat. Scat, 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 scat. If you park your car in the woods or a field, you're gonna find scat on your windshield. If the seeds are purple and white, you just got bombed by a bird in flight. Yeah, that's right. It starts with an S, ends with a T. Comes out of you and it comes out of me. I know what you're thinking. Could be called that. But be scientific and call it scat. Scat, 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 scat. Well, it tells us what they eat and who they are. And that's what we know about scat so far. If you want to find out who's about or around, take a good long look. Step over the scat where? On the ground. Where? On the ground. Where? On the ground. Where? On the ground. Where? It starts with an S, ends with a T. Comes out of you, comes out of me. I know what you're thinking. Could be called that. Be scientific and call it scat. Scat, 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 scat. Word. But in this case, it refers to animal droppings, which may not be the most pleasant subject to talk about if you're in a room of adults, but if you're with a group of kids, it's right on the money.